Welcome to Darkchild Studios. These are some of the plaques of different artists that I worked on throughout the last 14 years of my career. 20 million sold on J-Lo, Cher, Destiny's Child, Mariah Carey, 13 million on Britney Spears. Before we go in the studio, you have to see this plaque. This is a plaque that was given to me a few years ago to commemorate the sales of 140 million worldwide. Now we're over 160 something million worldwide. I'll take you to my studios. This is Studio C. This is real basic. We don't really use the boards anymore because our focus is mainly Pro Tools and everything's done pretty much in Pro Tools. I'm a guy who likes great sound, so I keep a nice set of Genelecs here. You always need a good Avalon. You always need a great Neve EQ. I just did a song with Mary J. Blige featuring Drake called The One. And she actually recorded it in this room. It doesn't have to be the biggest glamorous rooms all the time for the artists. It's about what they feel, and we just try to make them comfortable as possible. Take you to my room, the A room. I think this is one of the best sounding rooms in California, period. The J9000 SSL board. I think Pro Tools is great. We mix in Pro Tools, but I still think that the power that comes off the SSL board, it can't be denied. So I got so much equipment, it's pretty ridiculous. I'm an MPC kid. I grew up at 12 years old. I had my first MPC 60, and then I went to the MPC 62, then I went to the MPC 63000. I've been using it my whole life, and people say, won't you switch to Logic? I use Logic too. I use Logic and the MPC together and let them work together, and it's a magical combination for myself. All my outputs are maxed out. Left and right and 1 through 8 are maxed out, so it's a very high volume. So if you wonder how our drums sound like that, it's because they come out real hot off this MPC. I like keyboards too still. You gotta keep your keyboards, your viruses and Nord leads and the vocoder, keep all these things around. Of course, we got Logic. Mike, how many sounds would you say a library we have of sounds?
We have about 500 gigs.
I don't think I can even go through every sound. There's so much stuff. This room is speaker heavy. As you can see, we got 3 Augsburgers up there and then 2 on each side. It's a 5.1 system in here. We have 8 18-inch subwoofers in the back behind there. We got NS10s and we got Auratones. If you're mixing and you're working on records, you want to always have a pair of NS10s and some Auratones, because if it sounds good on them Auratones and them NS10s, most likely it's going to translate and sound good anywhere else. One thing I always encourage is, and Mike will validate this, I always say you got to keep finding new sounds. Always looking for new sounds. That's what inspires great production, is when you hear something new, fresh to the ear that no one's heard before. And you want to be the first one to come out with it. So we're always like, oh, we got to get this out quick before somebody else hears it. So we have a slew of outboard gear over here. Mike, who's the head engineer, he uses this when he mixes some of the stuff. A lot of stuff he just does inside Pro Tools.
Our bread and butter is our Neve preamp. Some of the compressors I like to use is TubeTech CL1Bs and Universal Audio's 1176s. Also, I want to point out the Distressors. That's a great compressor for like rock vocals or anything that's real harsh and in your face. Right now we have an original AKG T12, which is really vintage microphone. It's very authentic. Rodney used it when he recorded Michael Jackson. As far as plugins is concerned, we have a Waves Mercury bundle, which is like the granddaddy of all plugin bundles. We have everything from APIs to Renaissance EQs, Renaissance compressors. We like to use McDSP. It's a great mastering plugin. Our overall sound, we try to make it to where nobody else can have the sound that we have.
I'll just create the music and let the engineers be the pros in making the sound come to life. And that's how we do it at Darkchild.